A warm welcome to KTUinsider. We are watching a live coverage of an interview with the President-elect and his vice. My name is Esther Biaji, your host, and I have here with me this noble gentleman. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Can you please introduce yourself to us?
Thank you. My name is J. Daniel, KTU SRC Vice President-elect.
My name is King David Solomon Kamasan, KTU President-elect.
Okay. I want to know why you took this decision for contesting the presidential seat.
Thank you, Esther. Straight to the point, I think student body is in dire need of leadership that can rise to any height to ensure that their interests and priorities are met. We felt we could indeed handle the situation. By God's grace, we took the decision, and here we are.
Okay. Daniel, what made you to take the decision to vice him in this presidential?
Thank you. The decision I took is, I considered so many things, because merging with somebody who is not having the interest of students at heart, I think it's going to collapse the council. So I thought it wise that I have to, look around and find an outstanding gentleman who can, together with me, fight for the interest of students. So looking around, I could only find King David Solomon Kamasa, who also have the interest of students, as well as I also have the interest of students at heart. So that is why I met with King David Solomon Kamasa.
Okay. King David, how come you were able to accept him to vice him? Vice you?
I didn't accept him, and he didn't accept me either. I think we just came to an understanding. Okay. We understood ourselves that this is what we wanted to do for the student body, and practically that is it. We understood each other because we had things in common. We had the student body at heart. We were willing to opt ourselves to carry out the mantle, and that was basically it.
Okay. What are some of the objectives and aims that you were looking out for when you come into office?
Thank you, Esther. We had categorized our aims and objectives into 5 main groupings. Dubbed the 5-star policy. We have the infrastructure and developmental star policy. We have the welfare star policy. We have security star policy. We have a detainment star policy and advocacy star policy.
Okay. Okay. But I want to know, what was the initial process? What did you go through before going through the process of becoming the president?
What we went through was that we needed to ascertain what was actually on the ground, what students were going through, whether indeed students were happy with what the situation currently was or not. And then getting the answer, that was what actually made us take off.
Danny, please can you tell us how the whole process, the campaigning process, everything, how did the whole process start?
Okay, thank you. I must say, it wasn't easy at all. It wasn't easy because we had so many challenges. That was with the finance, because we weren't having any money to start with the campaign. So the little we had, we started with our posters and also talking to 1 or 2 people to actually help us. But I would like to, use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to my teammates, because without them, I don't think we could have come this far. They helped us very, very well. So I would say a very big thank you to them. So together with them, we started everything. They helped us. Whilst we are talking to people on this side, they will also be talking to the students on the other side, and together we all made it.
Can you tell us some of the key challenges apart from finance? What other challenges were you facing?
Other challenges were, I think, issues with propaganda. But of course, I was made to understand that these are things you can't take out from politics. You know, people will virtually say things about you, some true, some not true. Some say it and make it look as if it was true, as if they had evidence to it, and they don't even have the evidence to it. It was a challenge, but of course it was also part of politics.
But how did you form your team for this particular victory?
Yes, you know, winning an election depends on your teammates. Yes, and then one thing about us was the fact that we were team makers. You know, one element about him is that he's a good team maker. He is able to pick out people who can help achieve, you know, aims that has been set. Okay, and so what we had to do was to cast a wild net and then look through the four corners of the student body and find out people indeed who can actually help us reach the top. And that is what we did, picking people from all the faculties to telling them why it has to be us and not any other person, telling people why we have decided to this tax, why we have decided to actually fight for the needs of students, and then getting the people and letting them buy into the idea. We decided to take off. That was it.
You made mention of the STAR policy. Can you break them down for me?
Okay, thank you. With the STAR policy, that is the infrastructure and the developmental STAR policy. We have the construction of the notice board, an electronic notice board to be precise. Then we also have the hostel project. Then with the welfare also, we would advocate for police visibility on campus, as well as, you know, call for the municipal assembly to provide us with street lights. Then with the advocacy STAR policy, we also communicate with corporate bodies to bring on board scholarship schemes. Then we have the detainment STAR policy, which is the combination of entertainment and education. Then I think we have with the welfare also, we would advocate for a holistic school fees reduction and a flexible payment system, and bring on board one thing we call the restoration fund.
He has made mention of restoration. What is there about the restoration for your team?
Esther, restoration, because we felt students had actually lost hope as far as student leadership or the SRC is concerned. And so we are saying restoration because we want to, you know, cover up all the loopholes, reasons why students had lost hope in the SRC, and restore the hopes back. And that basically came up with the restoration we are talking about. Restoration as in restoration as far as warfare is concerned, restoration as far as security is concerned, because over the years we've had students being attacked on campus and around campus, and nothing is being done about it. And we are saying that we need a restoration by, you know, ensuring that we have police visibility at night. Restoration as far as the hostel project is concerned. We need to know how best to ensure that we get the hostel project, you know, shooting up as early as possible to ease the high rate of accommodation. The other hostels, you know, are actually pushing on students to pay, you know, and practically that is it, you know. Restoration in all aspects where we found, you know, problems and stuff.
Daniel, how did you take your victory when they declared that King David Solomon Kamasa has won the election? How did you take this victory?
Yesterday, I was very happy. For one thing, I remember one lady met me and she told me that, young man, since the inception of this institution, it has never happened that a department would maintain the seat. So, you know, when we were declared winners, I was like, is this a dream? Oh yeah, is this a dream? Even though if a department should maintain it, it wouldn't be marketing being the president and purchasing being the vice. No, it should have rather been marketing being the president and maybe accountancy or second management. But marketing president, purchasing vice. In fact, I was very happy. Very, very happy. And I'm even still happy.
King David.
Well, it took me by surprise.
How?
You know? And like he said, the fact that people were of the view that it has never happened on campus that, you know, one department has taken the position or maintained the position 2 times running, you know. And so people were just of the view that we won't even get to the top, just based on that fact. But when the results came out that night, and then the returning officer declared the results, I don't know. I'm yet to step out of the surprise, you know.
Okay, what would you have to tell students concerning your victory?
Okay, what I would say is a very big thank you to them all, because without their vote, I don't think we would have been here by now. Because with their vote, that is why we are here. So I would say a very big thank you to all students on campus, and God richly bless you.
Esther, I want to say thank you to the entire student body for actually believing in us and bringing us this far. I also want to say that we know why they have voted for us. We will not disappoint them. We do not intend to disappoint them. However, we want them to actually gather confidence in us. There shouldn't be any doubt that we would deliver. Just the confidence that we would deliver is what we want from them, and indeed we will deliver on our promises.
Now we are on vacation, and industrial attachment is starting on Monday. What do you have to tell the students about it?
Well, as we know, the industrial attachment also forms activities of our academic work. And so it's a requirement for every student to actually go through the process. It's just the practical aspect of what we had learned in the lecture halls. And so as they embark on industrial attachment, I want to actually wish them the best and ensure that whilst they go to the organizations, they project the name of the institution high. They should ensure that whatever it is they go and learn, they put that in practice. Keep that in mind when they come to school, share the experience with others, but most of all, ensure that the name of the school is lifted high.
Danny, I want you to look into the camera. Tell them your final words so that your president can follow you.
Okay. Hello, students of KTU. My final words to you all is that you should watch out for an unprecedented governance right here on KTU campus. Thank you.
Alright, colleague students, we want to say thank you for actually believing in us and voting for us to become president and vice president. All has not ended yet. This is when the job will actually begin. The reason why you had voted for us, we are yet to prove it. But before we do that, we need you to have confidence in us that we will be able to deliver. In fact, we will deliver as we have promised. At any time, our doors will be open to you. If you have issues or anything, do not hesitate to actually come and share your views with us, and we promise that your issues will be dealt with. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations to
very
this
much.
new office.
Thank you very much.
And we look forward to see.
But Esther,
Yes.
I can't leave you without saying thank you to one special person. I want to say thank you to one virtuous lady I have known. Her name is Stapella. I want to tell her that her reward awaits her.
Is that our star girl?
I want to remain silent on that.
Okay.
However, the most important thing is that her reward awaits her.
Since you address her with a virtuous woman, I wonder. So that was it. Thank you so much for watching us. And you just listened to the president-elect and his vice. My name is Esther Biagi, and thank you. It's KTU Insider.